I'm going to show you how to get a salon quality silk out at home on your natural hair. Hi, I'm Natasha. I have been a natural girly for over 15 years. I also prefer to wear my hair straight. It's my preferred style at this stage in my life. And so let me show you how I get these results. First, I go in with a anti-humidity spray on freshly washed hair. I actually shampooed my hair with Sacred moisturizing shampoo and just a deep conditioning mask. Then I'm going to go in with another anti-humidity spray. This one is from Nexus, but it's also a heat protectant, so it's a double whammy. I really like this product. You don't have to get these exact products. Just make sure you're using something within these categories. The last thing I'm going to go in before I blow dry is with this silky kind of serum. Again, it doesn't matter what serum you use. Just make sure you're using a really light serum before you blow dry your hair. Now, as you can see, my hair is in two big sections. I detangle a lot as I'm working through my hair just to make sure that I have no snags and I'm not pulling my hair and it's really easy to work with. So I like to separate it into two, and then I separate it into two again, as you can see. And then girls, I'm gonna separate it again. Now, this is the part that you don't realize, but in the salon, your stylist is really working with smaller sections of hair. I'm going to use a FHI blow dryer. I've had it for well over a decade, but the girl still works. And I'm going to use a $10 comb attachment. Now, some folks don't like comb attachments. I'm very new to the comb attachment game, and I'm going to tell you right now, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. For me and my curl pattern, the paddle brush is amazing, and you'll see how I integrate that into this routine. But this comb, it just really makes my hair super soft and silky and really manageable. To me, it's really easy to work with as long as I have a nice angle on the blow dryer. As you can see, I'm going from root to the ends, and I'm going very gently. This is not sped up at all. This is real time, and I'm just slowly working my way through the hair, ensuring that it is completely dry. What's most important in this step of blow drying is to ensure that you're not rushing it. You cannot do a nice silk out on wet hair, damp hair. Like, it's a no-go. We've all been there where we just quickly blow dry our hair in bigger sections, but if you really want that salon quality silk out, that natural hair press, you have to make sure your hair is super dry. I'm going in again in the center of my head with my microfiber towel because my hair retains water, usually at the crown a little bit more. So I'm gonna squeeze out that excess water. I'm gonna really take my time, especially at the roots here, working through this section. As you can tell, hair is not gonna be the same all over your head. You have to kind of know where it needs a little bit extra attention. That's going to ensure that you get the best quality of blow dry that you possibly can. It is so critical that you get this step right. That's why I'm spending so much time on each section, making sure that it is completely dry and also as straight as possible so that the flat iron does not have to do a lot of the work. The blow dryer is really, really the most important tool for this step. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the front of my hair. I'm gonna section that off into two again. I have the blow dried section pulled back, and then I'm just gonna go through with the paddle brush, ensuring that it's completely detangled. And once again, I'm gonna go in with the blow dryer and make sure that I'm blow drying from the root all the way to the end. Now, someone actually commented on an Instagram video and was just like, kudos to you because my arms would be burning. This definitely takes a lot of practice, but if you usually get tired and your arms burn after you're doing your own hair, just kind of take a break, little section by little section. Don't rush through it. Don't let your arms kind of like weigh you down and then you don't do the best blow dry that you can. Take a little bit of a break if you need to ensure that you can keep your arms up and you have a really good hold on the blow dryer, and you're also giving enough tension to the hair so that it's as straight as possible. Don't forget them roots. You see me going back to the roots each time to ensure that one, they're super dry, and two, they're super straight. blow drying step, I cannot tell you how important it is. It is so, so critical. As I'm working through this last section of hair, you're gonna see that I'm really taking my time. I'm being intentional about ensuring that my hairline is also getting super straight and dry. I am 11 months postpartum, and so, girl, the hairline definitely has seen its fair share of breakage. And so I sometimes have those little baby hairs that just stick straight up. But I notice that when I take my time and I blow dry and I really try to smooth it out and get everything as dry as possible, then it really helps in not making it look so crazy when I flat iron. So I'm really paying special close attention to this section of my hair. Of course, this is a section that is going to frame your face, so you want to make sure that it looks the best. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to again apply that tension. I'm really going to use the comb attachment and blend everything all the way through as well. So you saw that I took the ponytail out from the section that was holding back the previously blow dried section, and now I'm kind of like combining everything together. To me, that's going to give me a really nice smooth finish on the blow dried section, and then I can kind of wrap that away and then move on to the next section of hair. It's really important to know that for this part of the blow drying process, I'm not pulling my hair. I am adding tension though, so I'm making sure that the hair is going against the grain of the comb attachment, and it's creating tension so that the hair can get as straight as possible. I just want to clarify that I'm not pulling the hair, I'm just adding tension. And this is why a comb attachment is my preferred method when blow drying at this stage in the game, because it really just allows me to comb my hair. It gets the hair super straight, and sometimes a brush just doesn't get all the tangles out for me initially. I really have to like go to town. So the comb attachment is my preferred method for that reason. So we have a fully blow dried section of hair. Half the head is completely dry. I like to go in with a fine comb and just make sure I don't have any tangles. Everything is super smooth. As you can see, this is the shrinkage that we're working with, but you can also see that my hair is wavy and it's pretty heat trained, not damaged, but definitely has seen its fair share of heat. And I like it like that because it allows my hair to be a little bit more manageable while also maintaining my curls whenever I want to wear a curly style. So I'm going to go in with the same products that you saw on the other side of my head, and I'm going to make sure that I'm really attacking the roots with the products. I feel like sometimes we spray the product, but it's like on the surface of the hair or on the ends of the hair, and you notice that some of these products actually have like a little nozzle, and that's to really make sure you're getting close to your roots, you're getting inside the hair, and all the follicles can get what they need to get from the product. So we're going to work the product in, and then of course, you know the deal, we're going to use a paddle brush to detangle, and we're also going to use a wide tooth comb to detangle on this side as well. And then I'm going to actually just do the separating of the hair so that we have our sections that we can work with. And honestly, you literally just replicate the same thing on the other side. It definitely is a tedious process, but I promise you, if you do it like this, you will get salon quality results. I have done my hair myself for so many years, and I definitely fall into the nice routine of going to the salon every few weeks if I can get an appointment, and it's a treat to get a silk out at the salon. I always love going because I like to see new techniques that the stylist might be using, or just like what's new from a product perspective, that salon quality that I could grab on my own to make my at-home routine that much better. But definitely when you go to the salon, pay attention and really ask questions and ensure that your stylist can share with you what she's doing or what he's doing, so that way at home, girl, you can do it too. That's how I learned through the years the different things that would work for my hair. I was always a paddle girl for blow drying my hair. Like if you go back on my YouTube page, you'll see videos all the way dating back to, I don't know, 2012, where I was using a paddle brush. But I noticed that the best silk outs that I would get at the salon, the stylist would be using a comb attachment. And I guess I never really thought about how easy it was to just go to the, hair store and get a comb attachment, but it's super easy to go to the hair store and get a comb attachment. I just went to my local beauty salon store, and honestly, all you have to choose from is the size. So this was like the jumbo, I think they called it. And so I figured I have longer, thicker hair, so the jumbo might make more sense for me. So I grabbed the jumbo, and it works so well. It's like one of my favorite tools that I have bought recently. I just love how it gets my roots super straight. I love the consistency that it gives from root to end, and it's just for me. But if you aren't a comb attachment girly, you can definitely get the same results with a paddle brush. A comb attachment to me also ensures that you aren't super rough with your hair. Back in the day in college when I was natural and transitioning and I would do this to my hair, I remember butchering my hair so bad with heat damage in the paddle brush because I was so rough and I was just like running through it. And so a paddle brush, because it detangles your hair a little faster, you can definitely I feel like kind of damage your strands that way. But with a comb attachment, if you try to pull your hair through a comb attachment and it's not ready to go through, then you'll know. So I think it forces you to be a bit more patient, which definitely works when you want the best, most salon quality, seamless results like I'm about to have here. So keep watching. So again, the last section of hair, I like to take extra care and make sure that it's as straight and dry as possible. So you see me going in again from root to end, and I'm kind of combining the previously straightened section with this section to make sure everything is nice and smooth and well combined. This process took in real time. I think a blow dry took me like 25-30 minutes, and then the other 30 minutes was dedicated to flat ironing, which we're about to get into. But this is definitely the foundation of a really nice, silky salon quality press or silk out, as we love to call it. But if your hair is not this straight or dry, you have to keep going. Definitely lower the heat to about a medium if you need to go over it again. So as you can see, I am using a paddle brush just to smooth everything out at the very end to make sure, again, that I don't have any tangles or knots, and just to really sure things up, really make sure that it's completely dry. And the paddle brush definitely gives a smooth effect that sometimes the comb attachment doesn't necessarily give. So the comb attachment is great for ensuring that each section of hair is super dry and super straight, and then the paddle brush will just give you that like silky smooth look. So this is how I'm able to combine that. I just run through on medium heat with the blow dryer and the comb, not the comb attachment, but the paddle brush for about just a couple of minutes, nothing too crazy. Like the hair is already dry, the hair is already straight. We're just making sure that we have every section nice and smooth. I'm going to set my flat iron to 400 degrees, and then I'm going to hit my hair with just one drop of serum. I like to apply the serum from the root to the end of the hair at this step as well, because I do feel like this is what's going to make the hair super silky. So I put serum on before I blow dried. I'm putting just one additional drop before I flat iron, and then you'll see that I'll do one last drop as a finisher. So definitely use the serum sparingly because you're going to use it throughout the process. I'm going to go ahead and just pop my hair in a ponytail holder and just start to section my hair in about a 1-inch section, and then I'm going to flat iron the hair from the root to the ends. Now I'm using the chase method, where you use a rat tail comb or any type of like tiny teeth comb that is heat resistant, and you hold the flat iron but also chase the hair down as you pull the flat iron down. Now this method definitely helps the hair to be super smooth, silky smooth, and it also just ensures that you have no tangles in your hair. Now there are a few sections where I totally forget to do this part and it's not detrimental. I think as long as you get the majority of your hair in this chase method, you are gonna have a really nice silky press. Now, just so you know, this is real time. Again, it's not sped up. I really want you to get an idea of how long I'm spending on each strand of hair. So when I part the section of hair, I make sure I detangle it, and then I kind of go over the root 2 or 3 times, and then I pull the flat iron down all the way till I get till the end of the hair. Now, it depends on the type of section of hair that I'm working with. Sometimes I'll go down again, but only halfway through to make sure that everything was caught in the initial flat iron. So sometimes my section that I part might be a little too big and part of the hair might not have gotten through the flat iron, and so I just go down and make sure that it's covered. But rule of thumb, you usually at 400 degrees doing about 1-inch sections only need to go through your hair 1 time, maybe 2 if you have thick hair, to get a really nice silky smooth finish just like this. Now when we get to the front of the hair, again, we want to pay really close attention to the roots. This is where your framing is happening with your face. This is your hairline. So make sure that you are getting the flat iron as close as possible to the roots as you can. Now be very careful. This is a 400-degree iron, but I think that as long as you are paying close attention and you are familiar with how to work with a flat iron, then you can definitely get really close to those baby hairs to ensure that everything looks really seamless. I think that's the difference between a salon quality press silk out or an at-home silk out, is just sometimes we're a little bit scared or timid to really attack those baby hairs. But girl, you gotta really get in there and make sure that you are making everything blend together. So once you are straightening the front of the hair and everything is coming together nicely, I like to detangle it and kind of like make sure it's looking how I want it to look. I'm liking the body, I'm liking the flow, so we're gonna continue. I'm gonna continue to do a small 1-inch sections and also just like detangle and combine as I go as well. I find that gives me like a really nice shape at the end. So I am just finishing the front of my hair. I'm making sure again that I'm using the chase method here, and I'm also getting really, really close to my hairline. For my hairline, I like to make sure I'm going in kind of like piece by piece and ensuring that I'm getting as close as possible. Once I flat iron the entire head, I'm gonna go ahead and flat iron my baby hair. Now, don't get too worried about it because I'm gonna show you a surefire step at the end of this video to ensure that your press is as silky and salon quality as possible, but you do wanna make sure that any little nicks that you get them as straight as you can. As mentioned before, I'm gonna go in with one last pump of serum, and this is gonna be kind of the finisher. Now, if you're a bone straight girly like I am for the majority of the time, then this is the end. This is the end of the process. This, though, is a next level way to make sure that your press is super silky and that it's kind of set. So I like to get a overhead blow dryer, and then I'm gonna wrap my hair. So this is how I would wrap my hair at night when I'm going to bed. But this is a kind of salon quality tip that you can do just to make sure that your hair is as silky and flowy as possible. And if you need to, since it's bone straight, in my case, I add just a couple of bobby pins to make sure I can hold it in place. After a few days, the hair usually is able to mold itself and hold itself, but in this case, it's super fresh, hot off the flat iron. I'm gonna need a couple of bobby pins to make sure that it stays in place. Then I'm gonna grab a plastic cap and just pop that over the hair, and I'm just gonna sit under the overhead blow dryer just for about 10 minutes or so. Not even, it could be 5 minutes. There's really no magic number, but just long enough so that the hair is just silky, flowy, and yeah, as they say, I ain't never seen no boneless hair before, right? Like, come on. I mean, look at this. Now, you can definitely add some body. I like to add body as my silk press gets older, so I will curl it and then use some heatless curlers to keep it overnight, and then the curls will pretty much last for the week and I'll have a little bit of volume. But sometimes that initial bone straight press, I mean, girl, you just get into your feelings. You just become that girl again. So this is where I'm gonna leave it for this video, and I'm gonna enjoy my salon quality silk out on my natural hair and go about my day, honey. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely stick around to watch the next one and subscribe to my channel and give me a like and a comment down below if you learned anything new and if you're gonna try out any of the tips that you saw on this video. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.